Hello, Intactivists! In the news this week, we have Foregen, Nocirc Michigan, Intact Global, Foreskin Diaries, Restored Members, Genital Autonomy Collective, GALDEF, and much more coming up. In POTS news, the POTS ad campaign was launched August 8th and is currently underway. CLR, Hoodie by Nature, Breaking the Cut, and of course, POTS is spearheading this campaign. Circumcision Law Reform and Hoodie by Nature are making advertisements that explain circumcision is bad. Also, Hoodie by Nature has been a huge ally of POTS. He also made our outro song as well. So in case you didn't know, he does have a YouTube channel. So make sure you subscribe to him and let him know that POTS sent you. His link will be down in the description. And of course, you guys have been helping with this as well. All the social media defenders that we have and the POTS community who donated, and those who just use the POTS e-commerce program or CareBuzz and so on, helps us continue this. Also, guys, we're going to keep this press on until the end of the year. We currently have about $6,000 backing up this campaign. If you want to help a lot, please follow POTS on Facebook and X. The link is in the description in my link tree. We reached almost 100,000 people so far. Speaking of the ad campaign, the video special was a rally call for the POTS' ad campaign. It's 3 minutes long, and I thought it was pretty good. So if you ended up watching it and you didn't like it, it was only like 3 minutes of your time gone. So not too long. Anyways, this past Saturday, Melina had her part 1 interview released on POTS with me interviewing her. We did a review of the last cyber protesting campaign that we did. By the way, you can call it whatever you like. Some call it the POTS' ad campaign, cyber protesting, or circumcision bad awareness campaign. It doesn't really matter what you call it. Now, at the end, I did ask a question. What is the main point of POTS, as like a cliffhanger? And I got 2 answers. So my first answer that I got was, you're holding intactivists accountable for some of the wild things they do, which isn't always helpful to intactivism, besides keeping us updated on happenings throughout the world, basically. And we also got this one, funding intactivism. If you said it was funding intactivism, you would be correct. So congratulations, Hoodie by Nature, who is crushing it and is paying attention to POTS, because yes, that is the main purpose of POTS, is to go and collaborate with big businesses and help fund intactivism for free. Yes, Hoodie by Nature, you are correct. Congratulations. And also, awesome POTS supporters are running another POTS matching campaign for this month. Now, this is a little more nerfed than the original 6x that we had last month. So any links that we affiliate with Amazon is getting 2x matched. However, the eBay is getting matched 7x by supporters trying to drive sales there. The CareBuzz is still getting 6x matched, and Intactivism seems to love supporting POTS through CareBuzz. That's probably because it's international, it's very easy to do, and anyone can do it around the world. So this is all free to do as well. If you want to learn more about it, please join our Discord and we will definitely explain that to you guys. Foreskin Diaries update. Our last news cycle, we had John Davidson give us a Foreskin Diaries update. He commented, just to provide reassurance about Ron, far from being troubled, Ron's run is having better results than could have been wished for. The footage is unrelated to his show. It's just a random karaoke bar in the city of Edinburgh. His show continues. Ed Fringe is vast. There are 3,500 to 4,000 different shows, all competing for attention. Ron had the lead critic, Katie, attend. She was sat across from me at the show I attended, and that's amazing profile. So what? Well, what's especially great is that most of Katie's time is spent in Africa, particularly Kenya, where she is very prominent in anti-HIV/AIDS programs. Katie, in her own words, found his show life-changing and will head back to Kenya trying to stop the former USAID circumcision program, perhaps preventing tens of thousands of unnecessary circumcisions, a stunning victory for Intactivists to celebrate. So that is awesome news for Intactivism as a whole. So big shout out to Ron Lau that made that happen. So Foreskin Diaries is being very successful. That is awesome to hear. And that's why I love this community, because we have each other's backs when it comes to intactivism information. All right, and in Intact Global news. So Intact Global is trying to reach out to people in Colorado for a plaintiff. So if we read this paper here, it says, the law should protect everybody. You can make legal history if you were born with male typical genitals, whether cisgender, intersex, or transgender, and were subject to penile circumcision as a newborn or child. Penile circumcision is not healthcare. It's a social habit that's medically unnecessary and harmful. Since 1999, Colorado law has protected only the bodily integrity of those born with female typical genitals, to the exclusion of those born intersex or with male typical genitals. Under Colorado law, the state's constitution demands equal protections of its citizens, regardless of sex. We are seeking plaintiffs to challenge the state's anti-FGM law for failing to equally protect all children. The goal: expand protection from genital cutting to every child, no matter their sex or gender. You may qualify to be a plaintiff if you were subjected to non-therapeutic circumcision as a minor in the year 1999 or later, or you were subjected to medically unnecessary corrective surgery as an intersex minor in the year 1999 or later, or you are the parent or guardian of a minor under the age of 18 who was subjected to non-therapeutic circumcision or intersex corrective surgery. To learn more if you qualify, and for more information, please contact admin@intactglobal.org. So if you guys know anybody who fits that bill for the Colorado plaintiff, definitely go reach out to that email. Okay, and in Foregen news. So Foregen recently just published this August 8th about their white paper, their vision and roadmap. So the first paragraph is all what I'm going to read. It says, we are pleased to announce the publication of our new white paper, Foregen Regenerative Medicine Solutions for Circumcised Men. This report highlights the urgent global need for foreskin regeneration, lays out the ethical underpinnings of our work, and explains the science that makes it all possible. So the rest of this is just them begging for donations, essentially. I'm not going to go ahead and actually read the paper to you guys because it is about 11 pages of actual things to read through, and that would make this very long. It would have to be a video special if I were to go through this with you guys. All right, and in Restored Members news. So Restored Members had Shop Talk with Doc Smith, and it didn't get a lot of views. It only had like 9 views. It did get released recently, though. I thought it was very interesting. Also, if you guys do watch it, don't forget to like and comment. You can comment, hey, Pot sent me right here. I mean, I commented right here. It's very easy to do, helps him. And, oh, thank you guys for liking and subscribing. I definitely appreciate it. And, oh, sharing, that's awesome as well. Thank you for sharing. That is super nice of you guys. All right, and in Nocirc Michigan news. Nocirc Michigan, they posted their Ann Arbor Art Fair. They have 3 new photos. I know this was released July 30th, but I believe I missed it just because we had so much news last week, and this was like 2 weeks after they went to the Ann Arbor Art Fair, so I kind of forgot about it. But however, here are the pictures. Don't forget to like or love these pictures. It definitely helps the algorithm, and it does, you know, at least give good feedback to Nocirc Michigan, saying that you like what they do, because Nocirc Michigan is unfortunately overlooked quite constantly. So I think they definitely deserve at least likes and some more attention than what they get. But yeah, this is their booth for genital integrity for all children for the Ann Arbor Art Fair. So super awesome stuff. All right, and in GALDEF news, or actually not GALDEF news. So GALDEF, remember back this major fundraiser they announced? So they wanted $12,000 by June 30th. They definitely got their money by June 30th. And if you continue on trying to figure out what's going on with GALDEF, you can try and go to their newsletter. They haven't released anything past June, so they haven't released July or an August newsletter. So missing a couple months here. And then if you just go to their news section, they haven't updated it since May 11th. So it's been well over a month and a half, perhaps longer, that they've raised $12,000 to go and make a video of how to sue and win, and we see nothing. Like, not even like a thank you for, oh, we raised enough, this is what we're gonna do next. I don't know, to me that's kind of concerning. I don't think GALDEF is big enough to just go ahead and do this, you know, like, oh, thanks for $12,000. You won't hear from me now, but just trust me. I don't know. I don't think GALDEF is that big to do that. But hey, let me know what you guys think down in the comments, though. All right, and in Genital Autonomy Collective news. Okay, so TT Perry is speaking at GLMA's 43rd annual conference on LGBTQ plus health. It is a thematic analysis of transgender, intersex, and gender diverse experiences of violated genital autonomy. It says, register now to join my session. Get 15% off registration with the code AC25attendee15. And the website is glma.org/registration if you are interested in hearing Perry speak. All right, and on to the Intactivist calendar for the week. So, your whole baby. So, they had their Babies and Bumps Atlanta August 3rd. I've been checking to see if they posted anything about that yet on their Facebook. They have not. But they do have their Cleveland Babies and Bumps September 28th, which is going to be happening in about a month and a half from now. So definitely stay tuned for that. If you're in the area, you can definitely go ahead and check them out. Nocirc Michigan. The Michigan March for Integrity is Saturday, September 13th, 2025. It goes from 11:30 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. at Memorial Park, Royal Oak, Michigan. So that is about a month away. Okay, the Foreskin Diaries. Right now, Ron Lau is in Edinburgh Fringe doing this super awesome stuff. And hey, some of you guys are there watching it, which is awesome to hear. The Bloodstained Men, they have their Colorado Circumcision Crisis protest September 21st through September 28th, 2025. That is about a month from now. So if you guys are in Colorado, it looks like Denver and Boulder, Fort Collins, and quite a lot of other cities and places. If you guys are in these locations, definitely go ahead and check them out if you want. These guys are going for about 4 hours a day. It looks like if you look at the times, it looks like that's what they have scheduled out, about 4 hours a day. It's really weird how they did day 2, but I'm sure they have a reason for why they did that. But most days they protest for about 2 hours, and then they take a break and then protest for another 2 hours. That seems to be the norm, except for day 7. They're protesting all day there. For the most part, it's 2 hours on, and then 2 hours off, then 2 hours on. All right, and on to the polls of the week. So, this poll is thought experiment. Would you rather A, admit/lie that circumcision has some benefits to reduce the circumcision rate by 10%, or B, tell soon-to-be parents that circumcision is knife, grape, I have to blur that out, among other things, resulting in you having no effect on the rate of infant circumcision? So most people said that they would rather tell the soon-to-be parents that circumcision is super horrible and the worst ever and be super graphic and have no effect on the rate of infant circumcision than admitting/lying about some of the benefits and, you know, trying to meet them halfway to go ahead and reduce the rate down by 10%. So I don't know if that tells you that intactivists just have really good integrity and that they're always going to be honest no matter if it harms babies, which that would be, I don't know. What do you guys think about that? Do you guys think that's a conflict of interest if your integrity is real high to the point where babies are now being hurt because you have a hard time lying? I don't know. But anyways, let me know your thoughts down in the comments below this video for sure. And as always, if you don't like how this turned out, please go to my Discord and go vote, because your vote matters. And on to the fundraisers of the week. Okay, so Intaction, critical call to support nationwide male bodily autonomy. They have raised $100 this past week. So they're at $7,330 out of their $100,000 goal, which is still about 7% of the way there. Okay, the Genital Autonomy Collectives and Circumcision support genital autonomy for all at Pride. They are currently still at $11.90 raised out of their 1.5K goal, which is 79% of the way there, with no new donations the past 2 weeks. Your Whole Babies LA Prego Expo. They have gotten no new donations this past 23 days. They're still at $400 raised out of their $4,500 goal. GALDEF, the circumcision is not healthcare, it's a custom help support gender equality. These guys haven't been getting any new funds for this for a minute. I wonder why that would be. I don't know. Maybe you should let people know what you're doing with the money when you get it, but hey, I could be wrong. Whatever. Anyways, they're about 85% of the way there of their $35,000 goal with $28,549. All right. Intact Global's fight against genital mutilation. They are at 85% of their $50,000 goal with $42,455 raised. They have gotten an extra $90 in donations this week. And again, Intact Global Oregon litigation effort, they are at $390 out of their $30,000 goal. This did not seem to raise at all, so Intact Global making about $90. All right, and on to the Intactivism growth for the week. So, last week, the Bloodstained Men was at 7,243 followers. This week, Bloodstained Men's at 7,262 followers, which is a 19-person gain, or a 0.26% increase for the week. Bloodstained Men making decent gains this week for Intactivism. Now, just so you guys know that the Intactivism growth for the week is going to be swapped for pots in about a month from now. So go ahead and enjoy the Bloodstained Men while you can. Anyways, thank you guys all for watching. That's all I have for the news. Don't forget about watching historic anti-circumcision campaign protecting children's rights video, and also the Melina Part 1 review of our last cyber protest. Please like and share this to get this out to more people. And thank you guys so much for watching. And don't forget to like and subscribe if you're new. Bye.
No fear, no fiction. Truth in transmission. Prevail over the system. Our vision's the difference.